With the fall of Aleppo, the Assad regime once again controls large parts of the country. For our story, Rubble and Delusion, we traveled 4 times to Syria. We focus on the main cities: Damascus, Aleppo, Homs, Latakia and Raqqa, to see if there is a reconciliation possible or not. A visit to Assad, Syria, mainly the big cities in the west part of the country, in which Assad regained control with the help of Iranian and Russian forces, is like having a look in an apocalyptic world. Large Mercedes tractor trailers delivering water in the streets of Aleppo, while armed vehicles are patrolling, manned by Russian soldiers. Assad can frequently be seen on TV, while the fear is omnipresent in the eyes of the residents. Aleppo has become famous because of the brutal bombing campaigns of the regime. Latakia, the regime stronghold at the Mediterranean, which was largely untouched by war and very popular as a vacation spot for Russian tourists, for example. Damascus, the capital city of the regime, which is a surreal bubble of drugs and alcohol in between the war. Homs, once the center of uprising, was destroyed and is now slated to become a model of reconstruction. And Raqqa, the former capital city of the so-called Islamic State. When journalists travel to regime Syria, they are unable to move about freely. Officially, we are only allowed to travel to places for which we've obtained an official permit from Damascus. Furthermore, only people who are acceptable for the regime can be interviewed, otherwise we had to do interviews in secret. Usually journalists who come to Syria are accompanied by minders from the Syrian government. In our case, in Aleppo, we were really lucky. There was only one minder for the whole city, and it was impossible to supervise all the journalist teams. So we were able to do more in-depth interviews with the people on the streets. But even if the minders aren't present, it isn't easy to tell if the people are telling you their real thoughts or if their words are guided by fear. It is easy what conclusion the regime would like visitors to reach: that Bashar al-Assad is the only one who can bring the country back together again. But what do the people really think? What are the obstacles for reconciliation and reconstruction? And isn't Assad himself the greatest obstacle?